You, Sanju J here, people welcome. So welcome back to the channel. It's finally Friday. I can finally get some time to rest and just chill, kick back and all that jazz and blues, honestly. But anyway, into today's video, as you can already tell by the video title, we've got some additional information with the upcoming episodes of Boruto Naruto Next Generation. So be sure to stay tuned. Let's dissect and see what we have here to talk about regarding the upcoming episodes as we head into the end of the Boyhood arc, it seems. So be sure to rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section and cue the intro. Yo, so welcome back, people. So as I said, we have some additional information as it relates to the upcoming episodes of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. I'd say we have from episodes 135 to 137, ranging from episode summaries to episode titles. So yes, courtesy does go to Organic Dinosaur as per usual. Be sure to check out her Twitter page, which I'll leave in the description box below. She does translations and basically covers most things Boruto and Naruto, is what I've been seeing. So yeah, courtesy and thanks does go out to her. So as I said, we have information for episodes 135 to 136. Now, based on previous spoilers and even the preview for the upcoming episode, which is episode 135, it does seem like we're going into the end of the Boyhood arc as Boruto and company actually prepare for the final battle against Urashiki, which I am hoping Sasuke manages to take part in if he ever recovers his chakra. So yeah, but anyway, you pretty much get the gist of what episode 135 will be about. So today we'll be kind of scrolling through Organic Dinosaur's page and covering 136 and onward. So on your screen right now, as you can see, we have the first tidbit of information regarding episode 136, episode titled Transcending Time. It's time for Boruto and the childhood version of Naruto to part ways. Defeating Urashiki, Sasuke and Boruto are heading back to their original world, and so that's when Boruto receives a souvenir from Naruto. On the other hand, Sasuke requests for something in particular from Jiraiya. That's very interesting. I wonder what Sasuke would ask from Jiraiya. Probably it's something, well, honestly, probably the obvious thing is probably it's something that only Naruto would recognize as a possession of Jiraiya. He's more than likely going to take it back as a gift to give Naruto in the future, more than likely. That's my 2 cents if you ask me. It's the only thing that really makes sense, honestly. So there's that. But anyway, let's kind of scroll up through her feed here. So we have some episode titles here. And we have episode 136, which we've already established as Transcending Time. Then we have the Samurai Foreign Exchange Student, and then Hiyashi's Birthday, which takes us to the end of the year, it seems. And after the end of this Boyhood arc, it seems we're going back into... Now, I honestly don't want to say filler, but for all intents and purposes, it might as well be. So yeah, we're heading back into the, it seems, more of a slice of life aspect of the series. So there's that. Well, let's go back. Alright, so here's a longer summary of episode 136. Alright, so after finishing up their life and death struggle against Urashiki, it was finally time for Boruto and Sasuke to head back to where they originally came from. Boruto was reluctant to leave the childhood version of Naruto and Jiraiya, whom he had battled together with. Meanwhile, Jiraiya has a certain request for Sasuke too. And so, Boruto and Sasuke once again transcend time and return home to their familiar version of Konohagakure. Yeah, Konoha village, basically. Now know that he's met the childhood era version of his father and his magnificent Shisho, Jiraiya. What does Boruto think about them, especially since he has experienced their thoughts and feelings that he was unaware of or couldn't understand from before? Wait, hold on. So yeah, so that this is Interesting. It seems like they really and truly will wrap up things with episode 136. And for those of you who read the Boruto manga, it would explain why we haven't had any indication, any mention, or any reference to Urashiki in the manga to date. Because if he literally just dies in the in the past in some alternate timeline, then I guess that's the reason why we really haven't heard anything about him. So it is what it is. I'm hoping he gets a good send-off, because as I've done and as I've said before, Urashiki hasn't been too impressive to me, at least. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's see where we go here. We have a summary for 137. Okay. So because Sumeri has decided to go and join the scientific ninja weaponry team, which has her dearest wish, only Wasabi and Namida remain in Team 15. And so a new member was added to it. A young girl named Kuragane Tsubaki came from the Iron Country. The people who reside there would refer to her as a samurai. Tsubaki thinks that shinobi are completely different from samurai, because shinobi are people who don't have any pride nor convictions. She looks down upon them because of it, but in response to that, Wasabi objects by saying even shinobi have convictions. Now, I wouldn't say I'm looking forward to this episode, but one thing that parts 1 and 2 of Naruto missed out on is really establishing the scope, and a lot of world building was actually missed out on. We didn't get anything regarding samurai until the Shippuden, like late right before the war, and even then it wasn't anything too substantial in terms of them adding to the lore for the most part. They were basically just skimmed over, and I thought that, thinking back on it now, I think the samurai could have added a lot to it. So seeing a character coming from that era, or that point, or that location in the Narutoverse, it should be interesting, especially since we're going back into the slice of life kind of zone where the anime is concerned. But it probably might not build up to nothing much, especially since a lot of these characters at the end of the day still haven't been, it still hasn't been linked back to the manga. So in the long run, how, what purpose do they serve in the long run? That's that's the question, I guess. But I believe that should be it, people. In terms of the latest news and summaries that we've gotten courtesy of Organic Dinosaur. Again, I said, definitely check her out. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to episodes 135 and 136 to see how they wrap up the Boyhood arc. If you've watched my top 5 Boruto anime arcs, the Boyhood arc has made it into my top 5. If I'm being honest, I really love the arc. I feel like there's more they could have done with it, but I guess we'll see how it ends. I'm interested in seeing what Sasuke actually does, what he requests from Jiraiya. As I said, I feel like it just might be something that Naruto might recognize as being a position of Jiraiya, and it might stir up some feelings, some memories, and he might just carry it as a gift for Naruto since he was there anyway. But it kind of makes me wonder, what would Jiraiya ask from Sasuke too? So there's that. And then there's the next thing to consider in terms of them making it a point of, what does Boruto think of, his father, No, and Jiraiya. Honestly, it really and truly doesn't matter unless it's linked back to the story in the long run, honestly, because it's something I've said before. With the setup and schedule of the anime versus the manga, it feels like certain character development are arcs based on character development towards Boruto. It feels like they kind of have to be doing it over and over again in some shape or form, and in a sense it feels like there's a soft reset in terms of how Boruto portrays himself. Basically what I'm saying is, based on certain things that he goes through in certain arcs, you would expect his character to showcase or say things or act differently to a degree, but they can't fully do that because the manga is still ahead of everything, and he's slowly changing in the manga. So basically they can't change or showcase his growth from a mental standpoint right now, despite how many, no matter how many arcs they do in the anime that should rightfully affect his character for the better, because they still have the manga to adapt and implement the changes those future arcs will have on board in the long run. I hope I'm making sense here, if I'm explaining that properly. But anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, send your share, rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think, and if you're looking forward to the end of the Boyhood arc. And I guess you could probably comment your favorite moment so far, even though it hasn't been that too long of an arc. But yeah. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.